Welcome to our channel. Today we are diving into a fascinating and potentially surprising topic. Famous people who are LGBTQ+ that you didn't know. These stars have achieved great success in their careers, but few know that they kept their sexual orientation hidden for a long time. Join us as we uncover their stories and understand why they decided to come out to the public. Turns into a double-edged sword. Where do we draw the line between enhancing beauty and going too far? Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, turn on the note.
The whole crew.
Thank you for
I invited
that.
everyone, anyone who wanted
The whole
to come.
crew all
So it
went.
was great.
Everybody
It was
went.
fun.
So thank you.
It was fun.
We
I just
appreciate-
I'm glad you guys went and enjoyed
We had
it.
popcorn.
Popcorn was warm.
You have to see it on. It was delicious.
Paramount set it up
It's
for
the
us.
biggest IMAX screen in New York City,
Fun.
and it's
Really
worth
fun.
every.
Hollywood legend, and the lesser-known aspects. Tom Cruise, one of Hollywood's brightest stars, radiating a powerful charisma both on and off the screen. With a career spanning over 40 years, Cruise is not only known for his breathtaking action scenes, but also as a symbol of professionalism and dedication. However, behind the glamour, there are countless stories about the real person he is, known only to those who have worked closely with him. Whenever he appears in public, Tom Cruise embodies confidence, elegance, and charm. Whether on the red carpet or during television appearances, he always smiles, waves to fans, and presents a professional demeanor. The films he stars in consistently achieve monumental success, establishing him as one of the highest-grossing actors of all time. But does this image reflect the entirety of who he truly is? Tom Cruise is not just an actor. He is also a leader on set. He has the ability to control every detail, from the script to the camera angles to the action effects. Cruise demands perfection from himself and his colleagues, sometimes being labeled as overly strict. There are stories that recount how he is willing to shoot a scene dozens of times just to achieve the best result. Some directors and co-stars have revealed that working with Cruise is not easy. He sets very high standards and does not tolerate any lack of focus. In fact, during the filming of Mission Impossible 7, a leaked audio recording revealed Cruise shouting at the crew for not strictly adhering to COVID-19 safety protocols. This surprised many because his public image is always calm and friendly. Not only is he a talented actor, but Cruise also holds incredible influence in the film industry. He is among the few stars capable of making decisions about every aspect of the films he participates in, including directing, scripting, and budget allocation. There are rumors that he even has the power to fire anyone who does not meet his work expectations. Cruise's influence extends beyond cinema into various other fields. He maintains close relationships with powerful figures, including billionaires and politicians. This raises the question, is Tom Cruise truly a perfect man? Or is there a strong, powerful personality behind that facade that not everyone knows? Throughout his career, Tom Cruise has collaborated with many famous actors, but not all relationships have been smooth. Brad Pitt, who co-starred with Cruise in Interview with the Vampire, admitted that he felt uncomfortable working with him due to their vastly different styles. Mickey Rourke even criticized Cruise as someone who doesn't know how to act and merely repeats one type of character. However, many colleagues praise Cruise for his professionalism and commitment. Numerous young actors view him as a role model, as few can maintain peak performance for decades like he has. Despite the mixed opinions about Tom Cruise's personality, no one can deny his unwavering dedication. Over the past 40 years, Cruise has performed most of his dangerous stunts without using a body double. From scaling the world's tallest buildings in Mission Impossible, Ghost Protocol, to jumping out of an airplane at 25,000 feet, to flying real planes in Top Gun: Maverick, all showcase his bravery and relentless effort. It is this dedication that has allowed Cruise to maintain his top status in the film industry. Despite the rapid changes in entertainment, he is unafraid of challenges, continually seeks to improve himself, and always sets the highest standards for his work. Although he is one of the most powerful stars in the world, Tom Cruise leads a remarkably private life. He rarely shares about his personal life and hardly uses social media. His romantic relationships, from Nicole Kidman and Katie Holmes to recent rumors, always attract public attention. Additionally, Cruise is one of the most famous members of Scientology, a controversial organization. Many believe Scientology has a significant impact on his life and career, but Cruise has never publicly addressed this. Tom Cruise is one of the rare actors who has maintained his allure for over 4 decades. He may be a demanding colleague, a controlling presence on set, but he is also deeply devoted to his craft and continuously dedicated to his audience. So, is Tom Cruise truly a cinematic legend, or simply an overly ambitious and controlling individual? What do you think about the stories surrounding him? Leave your comments below and let's discuss.
The worst thing ever.
Like your legs
Anyway,
going up.
but
I like the
think
kick up with the heels, though. That was very. You're a pilot. 6 hours. We're a
apparently,
pilot. You know.
That's quite
You're
a
a
generous
pilot?
term
Yeah.
for how I fly.
Good. You're adventurous.
The Parabolic Arc Mile High Club.
Tom Cruise, action star or mysterious figure, no one can deny Tom Cruise's talent. From Top Gun Mission, Impossible, to Edge of Tomorrow, he is an icon of the action film genre. But let's not forget that Cruise has also taken on deeply complex roles in Rain Man, Born on the 4th of July, and Magnolia. It seems that Cruise is not only skilled in dazzling action sequences, but also knows how to immerse audiences in characters with intricate inner lives. However, if he can act so convincingly on screen, could his friendly public persona be just another role? If we only look at what Cruise portrays on screen, it's easy to believe he's a perfect person, talented, dedicated, and passionate about his work. But those who have worked with Cruise offer a very different perspective. They describe him as extremely perfectionistic, even obsessed with control, not just in his work, but also in personal relationships. Leah Remini, an actress who once had a close relationship with Cruise and is a former member of the Church of Scientology, has shared shocking truths about him. According to Remini, Cruise is not just a movie star, but a powerful figure within Scientology, a controversial organization to which he has remained loyal. Her stories have rocked Hollywood, prompting the public to question the true nature of Tom Cruise. He is not merely a follower of Scientology, he is regarded as a supreme icon within the organization. Former members have revealed that Cruise enjoys special privileges from Scientology's leader, David Miscavige, privileges that no one else receives. Rumors suggest that Scientology members have been tasked with repairing Cruise's homes, organizing lavish parties for him, and even facing severe penalties if they fail to satisfy the star. Cruise is not a passive participant in this cult. He plays a vital role in maintaining Scientology's power. Many believe that Scientology has influenced Cruise's personal life, particularly his romantic relationships. His ex-wife, Nicole Kidman, was reportedly seen as a threat to Scientology. As she grew increasingly skeptical of the organization, she was gradually pushed out of Cruise's life. When they divorced, their adopted children, Isabella and Connor, chose to stay with Scientology rather than live with Kidman, raising suspicions about the cult's control over the Cruise family. Katie Holmes faced a similar fate. According to Leah Remini, Holmes had to secretly plan her escape from her marriage to Cruise because she feared Scientology would try to intervene. Holmes's decision to divorce was executed so swiftly that even Cruise couldn't react in time. While Cruise undoubtedly has a remarkable career, the question remains, is his success tied to the support of Scientology? There are many rumors that Scientology operates an underground network to protect its loyal members, particularly high-profile figures like Cruise. They can influence the media, cover up scandals, and ensure that the public image of important figures like Cruise remains impeccable. Leah Remini has claimed that every action of Cruise's is carefully calculated. He never allows himself to show a moment of vulnerability in public, leading many to wonder, is Cruise really the person he portrays, or is it all just a flawless performance? Despite numerous voices speaking out against Scientology and its relationship with Cruise, the actor has remained silent. He has never directly addressed the allegations made by Leah Remini or other former Scientology members. Does Cruise truly not care about what's happening? Or is he avoiding a reality he doesn't want to confront? His silence only raises more questions. If he is innocent, why not stand up for himself? And if he truly has power within Scientology, will he ever break free from the organization? Tom Cruise is a cinematic legend, an exceptional actor who has made significant contributions to Hollywood. But behind that glitz and glamour, is he truly the person the public thinks he is? Leah Remini and many others have revealed stories that leave audiences pondering. Cruise is not just a star, he is a figure with deep influence, not only in the film industry but also within mysterious organizations like Scientology. Whether you are a fan of Tom Cruise or not, the stories surrounding him remain a topic of controversy. What do you think about the mysteries behind this legend? Is Tom Cruise really a cinematic genius or just a puppet of Scientology? Share your thoughts in the comments.
Great show, by the way, so far. You're killing it.
Thank you. Thank you. You're right there, and I mean, why are you here?
Had the day off. Wanted to see how the show was going.
Okay. Well,
Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise. The subtle rivalry between two Hollywood icons. Hollywood has no shortage of silent rivalries, but few are as nuanced and complex as the one between Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise. Two men, two distinct styles, and two legendary actors who once shared the screen in Interview with the Vampire, 1994. Yet behind the scenes, their relationship was more than just that of co-stars. It was a quiet, decades-long competition. No public feuds, no direct clashes, but always intriguing to the public. In Interview with the Vampire, Brad Pitt played Lewis, a deeply introspective vampire, while Tom Cruise embodied Lestat, a captivating and dominant supernatural being. Both were among Hollywood's brightest stars at the time, but their working styles couldn't have been more different. Tom Cruise is famously perfectionist to an extreme degree, whereas Brad Pitt prefers spontaneity and creative freedom. This fundamental difference made their collaboration less than seamless. Brad Pitt once admitted that working with Tom Cruise felt restrictive. In an interview he shared, "He's always pushing for perfection, pushing everyone around him to go beyond their limits, while I prefer a more relaxed approach." This stark contrast in work ethic sometimes left Pitt feeling suffocated on set. While they never openly clashed, the tension between the two was palpable. Some sources even suggest that Pitt felt overshadowed by Cruise's commanding presence and authoritative aura. On the other hand, Cruise reportedly kept a certain distance from Pitt, never forming a close bond. After Interview with the Vampire, both actors skyrocketed in their careers. Cruise continued his dominance in action cinema with The Mission, Impossible franchise, while Pitt showcased his versatility with films like Fight Club, Seven, and Troy. Despite working in the same industry, they rarely mention each other in interviews. What's even more intriguing is that they have never collaborated again since their 1994 film, fueling speculation of an unspoken rivalry. Could it be that they intentionally avoid sharing the screen again to prevent direct comparisons? Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt have both reached extraordinary heights in their careers, but in vastly different ways. Cruise is the undisputed master of high-stakes action films, constantly risking his life for death-defying stunts. Meanwhile, Pitt has carved out a path of artistic transformation, taking on roles with profound depth. Though their approaches differ, both have remained at the pinnacle of Hollywood for decades. Perhaps their rivalry isn't about direct competition, but about who will be remembered more by audiences. One is an action legend, the other a true artist. Two distinct styles, yet both undeniably great. What do you think about the relationship between Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise? Are they true rivals, or simply two stars too different to ever be close? Share your thoughts in the comments below.
Like, J-Lo? Like, what? What is Jennifer Lopez? No, because sometimes you go through a moment where you're like, wow, okay. What is Jennifer? I don't think she has a favorite song. I'm going to say right now it's Limitless. Okay. What is Jennifer?
Leah Remini, exposing the truth about Tom Cruise. Star or master of control? Leah Remini, actress and former member of Scientology, caused a stir when she revealed shocking details about Tom Cruise in her book. According to her, Cruise is not just a powerful Hollywood star, but also a deeply influential figure within Scientology, a belief system he follows as the guiding principle of his life. Remini asserts that Cruise is not the person the public sees on screen or in interviews. Behind the glamorous facade lies a completely different individual. Remini shares that in Scientology, Cruise is not just an ordinary member, but is revered as an ideal figure, even seen as someone with a special mission for the organization. She reveals that Cruise has a unique relationship with the church's leader, David Miscavige, which has granted him privileges that no one else in the organization can match. According to Remini, Cruise is not simply a follower. He is a role model that all other Scientologists are expected to emulate. The organization protects him at all costs, granting him exclusive benefits, including a personal team of assistants trained within Scientology solely to serve him. One of the most shocking revelations from Remini is how everyone around Cruise is required to strictly adhere to Scientology's rules. Even those closest to him must ensure they don't stray from the church's principles if they want to maintain their relationship with him. Remini recalls an event where fans and Scientology followers had to show absolute reverence toward Cruise. If someone failed to display proper devotion to him, they could be labeled a suppressive person, a term used by Scientology to describe those who are excommunicated from the organization. Leah Remini does not deny Tom Cruise's talent and undeniable screen presence. However, she emphasizes that the image he portrays to the public and who he truly is behind the scenes are two entirely different extremes. While audiences see a charismatic, open, and friendly Cruise, behind closed doors, he is described as highly controlling, with extreme demands on those around him. Remini claims to have personally witnessed Cruise's intense anger when things didn't go his way. He does not tolerate challenges to his authority, especially in matters related to Scientology. One of the most notable stories Remini reveals is about Cruise's life within Scientology. She claims the organization goes to great lengths to maintain his image, even intervening in his personal life to ensure he remains loyal to the church. Remini also asserts that Scientology played a major role in his marriages to Katie Holmes and Nicole Kidman. According to her, Cruise's wives were expected to comply with the church's strict rules, and if they failed to do so, they would be removed from his life, something that allegedly happened to Kidman when she was shunned by the organization following her divorce from Cruise. Since leaving Scientology, Leah Remini has become one of the organization's most outspoken critics, and she does not hesitate to call out Tom Cruise. She claims that Cruise is not just a dedicated member, but an active promoter, enforcer, and staunch defender of the church's rigid principles. Tom Cruise has never directly responded to Remini's accusations. However, Scientology has repeatedly dismissed her statements, calling them false claims designed to gain attention. Remini's revelations have led many Cruise fans to question, is he a victim of a powerful organization, or is he one of its key enforcers? Whether you admire Tom Cruise for his iconic performances or question his deep ties to Scientology, there's no denying that his life remains a topic of intense debate. What do you think about Leah Remini's claims? Is Tom Cruise being manipulated, or is he the one in control? Share your thoughts in the comments below.
For a mission, should you choose to accept it?
Tom, I accept any mission you square.
Please welcome the man of the hour, Mr. Tom Cruise. You must feel like a bit of a baller. This is like presidential status.
Richard Harris versus Tom Cruise. When a cinema legend criticized an action hero, throughout his illustrious career, Tom Cruise has received countless accolades, but he's also faced his fair share of criticism. One of the harshest critiques came from legendary actor Richard Harris, best known for portraying Professor Dumbledore in Harry Potter and as an icon of classic art house cinema. Harris didn't hold back when criticizing Tom Cruise, claiming that he was merely an action star lacking depth in his performances. But was this judgment fair? And is Cruise really just a pretty face with no substance, as Harris suggested? As a veteran actor with incredibly high standards for performance, Richard Harris was not one to mince words. He openly stated that Tom Cruise was only good at starring in action films, running, performing grand stunts, and delivering spectacle, but lacked the ability to dive deep into his character's psychology. Harris even hinted that Cruise's success was largely due to his good looks and Hollywood's commercialization. "I don't see any artistic depth in his performances. His roles are shallow and lack the subtlety that a true actor should have," Harris once remarked. These words struck at the very core of Cruise's on-screen persona, leading audiences to question, was Harris right? There's no denying that Tom Cruise is best known for action-packed blockbusters like Mission, Impossible, Top Gun, and Jack Reacher. His commitment to performing his own stunts has cemented him as a legend in the action genre. However, does that mean he lacks genuine acting talent? Not necessarily. While Harris had a critical perspective, film history has shown that Cruise is far more than just a high-octane action star. Before becoming the king of action movies, Cruise took on several roles that demanded serious acting skills. In Rain Man, 1988, he masterfully portrayed a materialistic man whose worldview shifts upon discovering his autistic brother. Born on the 4th of July, 1989, earned him an Oscar nomination for his emotionally gripping performance as a paralyzed war veteran grappling with personal and societal struggles. Magnolia, 1999, showcased Cruise's ability to depict a deeply wounded and emotionally volatile character. These roles prove that Cruise isn't just about action. He can deliver nuanced and powerful performances. Part of Harris's criticism may stem from generational differences. As a veteran of classic cinema, Harris revered films that prioritized deep dialogue, raw emotion, and naturalistic acting. Meanwhile, Cruise emerged during the rise of modern Hollywood, where big-budget blockbusters and high-energy entertainment dominated the industry. Harris may have seen Cruise as a symbol of cinema's shift away from the artistic traditions he dedicated his life to preserving. However, that doesn't mean Cruise lacks talent. Despite Harris's remarks, public perception tells a different story. Tom Cruise remains one of the most bankable movie stars of all time, with his films consistently breaking box office records. Fans don't just watch his movies for the action. They admire his relentless dedication and commitment to every role he takes on. It's fair to say that Tom Cruise is one of the most underrated actors when it comes to dramatic performances. His image as an action star often overshadows his ability to take on complex, multifaceted roles. But those who have followed his career closely know that he has played everything from a psychotic villain to a determined war veteran and a ruthless businessman. So, was Richard Harris too harsh in his critique of Cruise? Or has Cruise yet to reach the level of classic Hollywood legends? Share your thoughts in the comments below.
He was quality controlled.
Oh my God.
And,
I would have freaked out. Are you kidding me? I'd be like, how much pressure is that? Like, is that okay for you, John? John, it's okay. It's all right. It's all right.
Gloria, the mother and wife of John Sr., she was very valuable and helpful. All the
Tom Cruise and John Travolta, the silent rivalry within Scientology. Tom Cruise and John Travolta, two A-list Hollywood stars and devoted followers of Scientology, a highly controversial religious organization. On the surface, both appear to be unwaveringly loyal to the faith, but behind the scenes, a long-standing rivalry has simmered for years. Travolta was once Scientology's golden child, but everything changed when Tom Cruise entered the picture. Back in the 1970s, John Travolta was one of Hollywood's biggest stars, with blockbuster films like Saturday Night Fever and Grease. He was also a devout Scientologist and was seen as the organization's poster boy in the entertainment industry. Scientology's leadership favored him, using his status to attract new members. Because of his significant contributions to the church, Travolta was granted numerous privileges, from exclusive training courses to strong career support. But all of that shifted when a new name emerged: Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise joined Scientology in the late 1980s through his ex-wife Mimi Rogers. However, unlike Travolta, Cruise was rapidly propelled to a higher status within the organization, eventually becoming its unofficial spokesperson. Cruise's devotion to Scientology reached extreme levels. He openly praised the church in interviews and passionately defended it against public criticism. This unwavering loyalty earned him the trust of David Miscavige, Scientology's top leader. Once regarded as Scientology's golden star, John Travolta gradually found himself overshadowed as Tom Cruise received greater privileges. According to multiple sources, Cruise was treated like a VIP, granted access to private jets, 24/7 personal staff, and even extravagant gifts from church leadership. Meanwhile, despite his decades of dedication, Travolta never received the same level of special treatment. This sense of exclusion fueled tension between the two actors. One of the key reasons for Cruise's favoritism was his close relationship with David Miscavige. Miscavige not only considered Cruise a personal friend, but also viewed him as Scientology's most powerful promotional tool. According to former Scientology members, Miscavige elevated Cruise to become the face of the organization, granting him near unlimited influence within the church. This shift left Travolta, who had long been a dedicated member, feeling sidelined and undervalued. While Travolta has never publicly criticized Tom Cruise, there have been subtle signs of his dissatisfaction. He has avoided mentioning Cruise in interviews about Scientology, and rumors suggest he has privately complained to senior church members about the favoritism shown toward Cruise. Some reports even claim that Travolta has quietly attempted to reclaim his influence within the organization. Despite internal tensions, Tom Cruise remains deeply connected to Scientology. He continues to be one of the church's most prominent representatives, even as other celebrities, including Travolta, have seemingly distanced themselves. Since the passing of his wife, Kelly Preston, in 2020, Travolta has become increasingly silent about his involvement with Scientology. Some speculate that he may be slowly stepping away from the organization, though no official confirmation has been made. The rivalry between these two Hollywood icons isn't just about fame, it's about power and influence within Scientology itself. Tom Cruise may currently hold the upper hand, but will his dominance last forever? Will John Travolta accept being sidelined, or will he fight to reclaim his former status? What do you think about the dynamic between Tom Cruise and John Travolta? Has Scientology played a major role in their careers? Share your thoughts in the comments below.
Если меня убьют, не будут и меня. Лучше умереть, чем жить в вашем мире. Твой софт, говно. Слишком много говоришь.
Mickey Rourke and Tom Cruise, a clash of perspectives on cinematic art. In the Hollywood film industry, debates about acting and artistic creativity are endless. One of the most vehement criticisms aimed at Tom Cruise comes from Mickey Rourke, the veteran actor known for his deeply introspective and wild acting style. Rourke has openly criticized Cruise, claiming that he has stuck to hero roles for over 3 decades without any significant change. But is this judgment fair to a top star like Tom Cruise? In an interview, Mickey Rourke did not hesitate to criticize Tom Cruise, stating, "I have nothing against him, but to me, Cruise is not a true actor. He has been playing the same type of character for 35 years. These remarks immediately stirred public controversy, as Tom Cruise is widely regarded as one of the most successful stars in Hollywood history. According to Rourke, cinema is not just about spectacular action sequences or superhuman characters, it is about the authentic expression of emotions and spontaneity. He believes that Cruise places too much emphasis on perfection in every detail, lacking the naturalness in his performances. "I don't care who makes how many billions from movies. For me, what matters is emotion and depth, not just running around on screen," Rourke candidly shared. There's no denying that Tom Cruise is one of Hollywood's most successful actors, with blockbuster hits like Mission Impossible, Top Gun, and Jack Reacher. However, some argue that he primarily sticks to the image of a brave, resilient hero who overcomes challenges to succeed. This consistency can lead some audiences to feel that his roles are formulaic and lack innovation. Nonetheless, Cruise's fans have valid reasons to counter this critique. While he is known for action films, throughout his career, Cruise has also tackled roles requiring deep emotional exploration, such as in Magnolia, Rain Man, Born on the 4th of July, and Eyes Wide Shut. These works received high praise from critics and demonstrate that he is not merely a commercially driven actor. Mickey Rourke and Tom Cruise represent two entirely different acting styles. Cruise is the epitome of professionalism and perfectionism, always pushing himself to deliver the most realistic action sequences. In contrast, Rourke pursues an instinctive approach, refusing to be confined by any framework. This difference has led Rourke to somewhat disdain Cruise's working methods. For Rourke, cinema should be a medium where emotions are expressed naturally rather than being chased to the point of mechanization. Meanwhile, Cruise believes that hard work, meticulous training, and strict discipline are the keys to success. In reality, both have been prominent names in Hollywood. Tom Cruise has maintained his reputation for over 40 years and has become one of the highest-grossing stars of all time. On the other hand, Mickey Rourke was once the rebellious heartthrob of the 1980s, but his career has had many ups and downs due to a reckless lifestyle and poor decisions. Many argue that it is the difference in their approaches to acting that has led to Cruise's more sustainable career. He isn't afraid to take risks with dangerous stunts and continuously strives to improve himself while maintaining his status as a top star. Conversely, after his peak, Mickey Rourke experienced a decline and even turned to boxing for a time before making a comeback with The Wrestler, a film that helped restore his reputation. The debate between the two actors has generated mixed opinions within the fan community. Some align with Mickey Rourke, suggesting that while Cruise excels in action films, he has not had many breakthrough roles in terms of character psychology. Conversely, many of Cruise's fans assert that he is a true legend, fully dedicated to his roles and giving his all for the audience. Regardless of the differing opinions, both Tom Cruise and Mickey Rourke have made their marks in the film industry. One is an immortal action legend, while the other is a free-spirited artist unbound by conventions. The discussion about their talents may never reach a conclusion, but what matters is that both have contributed to creating memorable moments on the big screen. What do you think about Mickey Rourke's comments? Does Tom Cruise truly lack creativity, or is that merely a subjective opinion? Share your thoughts in the comments below for a discussion. Assert that he is a true legend is all for the audience. Both have contributed to create